most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMA Anomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMA Anomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin, a.k.a. MMA Anomaly, and Emiliano, a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano.
Well, as you can see, folks, this is definitely not Jive Turkey Nano. So we interrupt your normal broadcast to bring you the MMA Anomaly Show No Filter featuring Crossover MMA today. How we doing, my guy?
Man, doing good. Thanks for having me on, man. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to chatting with you about this epic card, UFC 309. It feels like it was a lifetime ago, even though it was just a handful of days ago, right? I mean,
yeah.
There just seems like there's so much going on in the world of MMA, even though we're getting ready to have this little lapse in time between cards. But man, with that being said, we're going to jump into the very bottom of the card. We're going to talk about a fight that I was wrong about. And when Nano is back tomorrow, I think we both have to do a shot on this one. Veronica Hardy versus Eduarda Maura. I mean, you were on Veronica Hardy too, right?
Right, I was.
Fuck, dude, I think most of the world was. What do you think went wrong, and what surprised you most about this fight?
So I'll tell you the first thing straight away that surprised me. Mara moved up a weight class, and she was still the bigger fighter, more imposing fight. And I mean, it was obvious. And I was like, whoa. Like, that was right away the very first thing I noticed. And then after that, watching Mara in a previous fight, she's definitely more of a grappler for sure. Like, she was winning a lot of the exchanges on the feet. And I was like, what is going on? Like, where did this come from? Like, she got so much better in literally like one fight. And at that point, I was like, oh, this isn't good at all. And then once she got that first takedown, I saw how easy that was. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a bad night for Veronica Hardy.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, as soon as I saw the way the opening exchanges were going, I was like, what is happening? Like, this is not the way this is supposed to go. You know, I mean, the grappling, sure, maybe. But even then, I thought, you literally live with one of the greatest masterminds in all of mixed martial arts currently, in Dan Hardy. And I was like, she's going to be able to handle her own on the ground. It didn't even really go to the ground as much as I thought it was going to. I mean, sure, she did end up landing 3 out of 4 of her takedowns, 75% clip, folks, for those of you that are bad at math. She didn't really even need them. Like you said, she was winning a lot of the exchanges on the feet. That was the most shocking part of the fight for me. And again, to echo what you said already, I thought Veronica Hardy was going to be the larger girl in this. I was so confused. I was like, wait, which one of these ladies went up in weight for this fight? Because it just did not seem like the case. And quick shout out to all the people in the chat. Shout out to the Fight Week show up in here. Shout out to Teron Brown. We're going to hit a lot of fucking air horns right now. Shout out to Sean Moody, Manuel Ram, 2005. What a fucking name. And shout out to Lane. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate each and every one of you guys. And all of you that haven't said anything in the chat, we appreciate you all the same. Now, with that being said, do you think Eduarda Maura is here to stay in the flyweight division? Or do you think that she should go back down? Because I think maybe she should stay.
I agree with you. Like what I saw from her on the feet, bro, like she could be a legit problem. Like with her grappling and how strong she is, and now she can do something on the feet. Like she's gonna be a problem for real. And I mean, to still be that big upper weight class, it just to me it looks like she's fighting at her natural weight class now. What about you?
Yeah, I completely agree, man. I think she probably should have been fighting at this weight class all along. Maybe she was depleting herself to get down to where she was before. And dude, she looked like the bigger person here. I mean, she could probably tone up a little bit at this new weight class, get used to the muscle. But I liked what I saw a lot from Miss Maura. And I actually can't wait to see what's next for her. Do you have any names on the tip of your tongue for who do you think she should fight next in the flyweight division?
For Eduarda Mora. Amanda Hebus?
That's not a terrible fight. That's not a bad fight at all. And she's coming off of a loss to Thug Rose, right? Yeah, that's not a bad fight.
Because I mean, like it doesn't take long to move up in some of these weight classes, and like I say, just push them, bro. Like, why not? Why not?
I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't actually have that name. I had two other names. So I had Tracy Cortez or one of our favorites here on the show, Miss Jasmine.
Yes, David.
I think those would be fun fights. And I don't think she'd be the bigger girl in one of them.
I mean, doesn't Jasmine, she's about to fight again, right? She just got a fight that just got announced, I think.
Oh, yeah, shit. She got a quick turnaround, huh?
Yeah, like literally like a day or two ago, I think she just got a fight announced.
My balls is hot.
She was itching for it, bro. I love Jasmine. I think she's hilarious.
I like her too. She's definitely a fan favorite, and she's a dog too. By the way, she is a dog. Mm-hmm.
She's an absolute dog. She's a fan favorite. She's great on the mic, and she's fun. She's the new Ronda Rousey. Hold on. Do you mean that in a good way or a bad way, Sean? Because that can be taken a number of ways.
Because we can't get enough of Jazz.
We can't get enough of Jazz. That's facts. That's facts, dude.
Facts.
Yes, David.
Is the one. This is the truth. I'm not mad at the Amanda Hebus fight, though. I'm not mad at that at all. So we move forward into a fight that went about as I expected it to, if I'm being honest with you. We had Basil Hafez coming in against Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster. I knew that this could go either way, but I had my money on Oban Elliott because I just knew that this guy is an absolute dog inside that octagon. And on Saturday, it was no different, right? He looked like it could go either way there a couple times, but coming into the third round, again, the dog got off the leash and that guy just came the fuck in, right? How did you have it scored going into that third round? Did you think it was 1-1?
No, I was liking what Oban Elliott was doing. I didn't think Hafez was doing enough to get around, in my opinion.
I agree. I saw arguments online of the opposite, though. There were people saying there was 1-1 going into the third round.
Yeah, I didn't think Hafez was doing much, and just my humble opinion, But in the end, it didn't really matter.
No, it did not. There were no judges needed on this one. They definitely took 5. That's when they went out for a cigarette break over there in New York City. Oban Elliott went out there and just got it done in crushing fashion. The Welsh gangster improves to 12-2 after getting the knockout just 40 seconds into round number 3. I liked what I was seeing too. I thought he looked really, really slick on the feet. The ground game, non-existent from either guy. There was no takedown shot, so therefore none landed. And I mean, rather, Oban was really accurate on the night. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was probably the most accurate he's ever been in the UFC at least. Landing at about a 55.9% clip, so just about 56% of his strikes landed, and just a little over 55% for his significant strikes landed as well. Yeah, I really, really liked what I saw, and I wouldn't mind seeing him get somebody in the top 15, like you said, like push these guys, right? What happens when you put somebody like him against a Vicente Luque? Because nobody wants to see Luque versus Nick Diaz anyway.
True.
Like, just going to call a spade here. I think that would be a far more fun fight. And then we can get Nick Diaz versus Tony Ferguson.
I'm curious to see what you think of the name I got for Oban Elliott. I'm very curious.
Oh, I'm excited.
So
let's hear it.
The name I got is Nicholas Dalby.
Oh, the Brazilian Slayer, Danish Dynamite. I like Dalby a lot. Oh man. As much as I like Oban Elliott, I don't know that I'd love that fight for him. Because Dalby
it's definitely a tough fight now.
Yeah, Dalby doesn't carry the namesake of like a lot of these other options that are on the table, but he's just a son of a bitch, bro. Like he's nasty in there. But Oban is not Brazilian, so he's got a chance. If he was Brazilian, it would just be I'd bet the house on Danish Dynamite because he just beats Brazilians up. Doesn't matter how much better than him they're supposed to be, he just beats them. He's like sea-level Kane, salon quality Poirier. The list goes on. Brazilian killer Danish Dynamite. I like that name. Fuck. I'm going back and forth with who I would actually pick if I were to bet on that fight. Ooh, Sean Moody throwing fire in the chat right now.
Ooh, Jeff Neal.
Mr. Hands of Steel.
I like it.
I don't mind that at all. Slick boxing on display in that one for sure. There would definitely be slick boxing on display. And how we doing, C. Pete? Hope you're having a fantastic evening.
Pete, what's going on?
Yeah, I like that fight. I also like that Jeff Neal fight for damn sure. Now, this next fight, we're just going to steamroll through these early prelims here. We got Mickey Gall versus Ramiz Brahimaj. I'm going to let you take the lead on this, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I just thought this fight went pretty much exactly as I thought it would.
So going in, I picked Ramiz, but I thought it actually would be a much more competitive fight, believe it or not. Like, because I think that may have been Ramiz's like first KO. Because he had like all his stoppages were like submissions. So I was expecting like, some grappling. And then next thing you know, he's letting his hands go. And I'm like, okay. I see what you're trying to do there, kid. And then he just got Mickey Gall up out of there, man. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was nasty stuff, man. The way that he got Mickey out of there was definitely the most impressive part of it, right? Like, it was nasty work. Like you said, it was his first time getting an actual knockout in there, and he made it count. He definitely made sure that people would remember it. So good on him. Definitely good on him. Now, I don't want to pole vault this guy up the rankings too far. He beat a Mickey Gall who, let's face it, has had a very up and down career in the UFC. And I mean, he's already been given a pretty tough run, if we're going to be honest here, okay? In Ramiz Brahimaj. His first fight in the UFC was against fucking Max Payne Griffin. Then they drop him down a little bit against Sasha Palatnikov. And then they're like, all right, we're going to give you the veteran fucking Court McGee. Let's see how you fare, kiddo. Come on, dude. That's just mean. And we're talking about a couple years ago. Court was still winning fights, doing really well then. He's still winning fights now, for Christ's sake. He is literally like beating Father Time as Court McGee. And then they give him Michael Gilmore. He gets the win there too. But then they give him fucking Timba Garimbo. Like, sheesh. I'm glad they gave him fucking Mickey Gall because he deserved it. He deserved it. And, Mickey Gall, I think it's probably time to hang him up or maybe go to Bellator or another promotion. But again, Ramiz Brahimaj. What should be next for this dude?
So my pick for him is actually two guys fighting this weekend. San Kanan, Muslim Salikov winner.
The winner. Okay.
The winner.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I was scrambling to find a name for this guy because I honestly, like, I looked at the name in the top like 30 on Tapology and I'm like, I don't know who really adds up for him, who's a good matchup for him, because I feel like you don't want to bring him too high up the ladder, but you also don't want to bring him too far down the ladder. I like that a lot. I mean, even if you said the loser, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
As long as the loser doesn't take like a shit ton of damage and is out for, a ton of months. Yes, you're right, Sean. Muslim is the Kung Fu dude. He is actually the king of Kung Fu. And Toron Brown. Okay. Spitting fire as well. Give him Jake Matthews. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yep.
Jake Matthews would be a competitive fight.
Jake Matthews has been looking pretty good lately, too.
I was going to say, I don't think he can knock Jake out. I'll tell you that.
Jake been looking pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think he can knock Jake out. There's no chance. But I do think that would be a fairly competitive fight. Yeah, I like all those options. And we move forward into the regular prelims, right? So, we all had a handful of canceled fights, including Chris Weidman versus Eric Anders. It sucks. You hate to see it. Chris Weidman fighting in New York would have been fun, but I digress. They did reschedule that, right? December 7th?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see it happen. Otherwise, that's okay.
And it's going to be at, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be at 195, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Catch weight?
I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That I don't know who that favors. I feel like Eric always looks pretty big in there.
Yeah.
Chris, not so much. Chris cuts weight pretty damn good. But I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know who that favored.
Who'd you pick going in?
It done. I picked my brain picked your boy. My heart picked Weidman. Just because I've met Weidman and there was bias whenever you've met someone.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
He told me he was fighting at International in June. I knew he had a fight because I was like, I looked at him and I was like, dude, he's in the best shape I've ever seen him in. And I was like, are you training for a fight right now? Do you have something scheduled? And he's like, yeah, I can't say the name though, but it's gonna be in November. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then when they announced it like a couple weeks later, I was like, oh, that's fucking sick, dude. So yeah, dude, good shit. Moving into the fights that actually did happen. For as long as it did happen, we had Marcin Tybura against Yonata Deniz. I was wrong on this one. I was
Me too.
definitely wrong on this one. I think most of the world was wrong on this one. I thought Yonata Deniz was going to come in here and just like push forward, apply maximum pressure with the striking, and then just out-strength him. Like, honestly, just out-muscle him. Marcin Tybura had another thing planned. That ground and pound was just disgusting. It looked like something out of a fucking bad, like, B or C horror movie, man. Yeah. Like, he turned his face into ground beef. That was nasty stuff. So, yeah, you obviously didn't have Marcin Tybura either.
No.
What surprised you the most?
I would honestly, for me, going into the fight, I felt like this fight was going to be one of two extremes. Either Deniz was going to piece him up and just finish him on the feet quickly, or Tybura was going to get him down, lay on him, and then finish him. Like, I knew the separation was vast. And once Tybura got that takedown, I was like, uh-oh. And then, matter of fact, Deniz went for the takedown, and then Tybura reversed it because I think he hurt him, and then he dropped Tybura. and then Tabura sweep to get on top, and then it was a wrap.
Yeah, when he got that sweep, that was just nasty stuff, dude. I was like, oh no, he made a mistake. And just the slicing elbows on top, dropping hammers. I mean, literally the last place on earth you could possibly ever want to be. Yeah. I mean, Marcin Tybura proves that he is a heavyweight juggernaut still to this day. And he might be one of the top 5 like heavyweight all-time gatekeepers at this point. He's on his way to it. He definitely halted Leonardo Diniz in his footsteps. Now, when it comes to this young man, what should be next? I think there's a couple of really fun matchups for him. He did move up 1 place in the rankings. He's sitting at number 8 now. I'd like to see Jailton Almeida fight somebody else that has great grappling like him, right? Or a Sergey Spivak match would be fun.
They're matched up. Almeida and Spivak are matched up.
Yeah. So literally, what I'm saying is I don't mind if he gets the winner or the loser of that.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that'd be just a fun matchup in general.
When is that fight? Is that coming up? Is that in
That's right around
December?
the corner, I believe. I think that's one of the December cards, yeah.
Okay, cool. So the name I had for Tabura was Curtis Blades.
Ooh, Razor Blades versus Razor Blades. I'm not mad at that at all. And apologies, that's a January 18th card is when Almeida fights.
Okay, so that's 3/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
John
mean,
Moody in the chat
Blades,
said Tai Tuivasa.
I don't think we're gonna see Ty for a while.
I don't know if we see Ty in the UFC again.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
I like Ty a lot, and so I say that sadly. And real quick, I just want to respond to Sean in the chat. Have I ever heard of Kenny Robertson from the UFC? Yeah. Bald white dude. Yeah, definitely know who you're talking about. I forget what weight class he was in, but I remember the face. He fought was it Action Man Curtis? Chris Curtis? Anyway, sorry, I'm not trying to derail you.
All good, brother. All good.
Had a moment there. Trying to recall who this dude's talking about. Oh, nice. Welterweight. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I know I remember who you're talking about. I remember the face and the name. So yeah. Marcin Tybura. Definitely, I don't think we're going to see him against Tai Tuivasa. I'd like to see a Jailton Almeida or his opponent, Spivak. Yeah. And I mean, Curtis Blades, I don't think would be a bad matchup at all. I mean, for both guys, that would be a really, really fun test.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Curtis just got finished against Aspinall, so he's going to have to fight back. So to me, it makes sense. I mean, because Tabura's already fought Spivak. Almeida, let's say if Almeida were to beat Spivak, I mean, I wouldn't mind that as well. Or have they fought? Have Tabura and Almeida fought?
Actually, have they fought?
I don't think so. But that would be a good matchup if Almeida beats Spivak.
So he has fought Spivak. I knew that, but he hasn't. Yep. I don't think he's fought Jailton.
Okay.
Yeah, he has fought Spivak. So that's why I was saying, like, if I feel like if Spivak goes out there and loses to Jailton, that rematch wouldn't be terrible. I'd be there for it. Or if Jailton goes out there and loses somehow, a Tybura versus Jailton match I think would be a lot of fun. But if Jailton wins, he's up for a title.
Over the winner of Gun Volkov?
That fight will already be done by then.
Yeah, but it's just a month prior.
I mean,
because the winner of Gun Volkov is definitely getting the next title shot.
I think Jailton will wait. I think he'll wait on the shelf. Because he's not super duper active either.
True.
So I think he would wait like 6 to 8 months to fight Tom Aspinall or whoever's at the top at that point.
Okay.
Because I think like John will, I don't know if John fights Tom. We're gonna get into that in like 40 minutes.
We gotta talk about that. We're gonna
get it. We're gonna get into that shit. I promise you. We're gonna get into that. Yeah, we'll get into that. We're going to move into the next fight. We had a lightweight bout between David Onama and Roberto Romero. Man, fuck, this Roberto Romero kid is he didn't win, but he made it fun. He made it competitive, and he made it scrappy. He took the fight on short notice, and again, like I thought it was a really, really fun match. I didn't think it was going to be that hard for David to come in here and do work. I thought David was going to go out there and get the finish, but this guy definitely surprised me a little bit. What were your thoughts on this one, Crossover?
So shout out to Romero, because that guy making his UFC debut, like he came and he fought well and was giving Onama some problems for real. And I mean, that's definitely how you want to look when you're making your UFC debut on short notice like that. Like, shout out to the kid, because like I think it was like 3 days notice or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 3 days notice.
Yeah, that's some respect right there. He definitely earned himself another fight in the UFC for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. They got to give that kid a full camp and a fight in the UFC for damn sure. And as for David Onama, I mean, he proves that even through a storm, he's willing to weather the pressure. He ate a handful of strikes, right? He ate 79 strikes from his opponent, but he threw 242 of his own and landed more than half of them, right? He landed 145 strikes, 121 of those considered significant. Each guy got a knockdown. I mean, these guys were just truly, truly going back and forth in the best way. Going into that third round, it looked like David Onama knew he needed to turn it up a little bit. And I mean, kudos to him, man. He did. He looked really fucking good out there. So again, weathered the storm, weathered the pressure, and looked incredible doing it against a very, very game, short notice opponent. And guys, we talk often about somebody like Roberto Romero. Yes, he took this fight on 3 days notice. He should get, a tip of the cap because respect, right? He didn't have a full camp. At the same time, if he was already in shape, if he's staying in shape, David Onama took a massive risk fighting someone that he knows nothing about. Did not train for it, did not study to fight. So he deserves, a tip of the cap as well. So kudos to both of these young men for being willing to fight kind of blindly against one another on just a few days' notice. And as far as David Onama, what should be next for this guy in the lightweight division? I mean, you got to give him somebody ranked, right? I mean, there's a number of people you could give him. Maybe like a Grant Dawson right there at the edge of the top 15.
I actually like that. And that was actually the same name I had.
Let's go.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
I love that. So Onama has fought at 145, but I think he's staying at 155. Right?
I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if anything's official one way or the other, honestly.
Fair play. This fight was originally scheduled for featherweight, so maybe he just took it up because it was a short notice fight. So, I mean, if that's the case and he is actually planning on going back down to featherweight, as much as I hate to say this name out loud, the other name I've got is Edson Barboza. I don't want to say it out loud, but I'm gonna say it out loud. What do you think? Barboza Onama. Someone's probably getting knocked out.
Yeah. I think Barboza, Barboza has a fight coming up too.
Wait, does he have something scheduled?
I think so. I think Barboza's got a fight scheduled. I'm pretty sure. or it could have just been rumors I was seeing.
Let's see. He's fighting Steve Garcia. Man.
Yeah. That's a banger.
That's definitely a banger. My God. Talk about a dogfight. Jeez Louise. Who do you have in that one?
Garcia's just been going through people.
He's disgusting.
Yeah.
So I stay with my pick then. I still stay with my pick. Edson Barboza, if he goes out there and loses to Garcia and still doesn't retire, David Onama. David Onama versus Edson Barboza. I still think that'd be a fun fight.
I would say Nathaniel Wood.
Ooh. Mr. Carved of Wood himself.
I think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Nathaniel Wood, he fights at a good pace, and I think they would just make good dance partners.
Yeah, I think he'd give him a lot of different looks. And honestly, he'd give him a lot of problems on the grappling edge. Nathaniel Wood's a hell of a grappler.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated, in my opinion. Yeah, sign me up for that one. I'm not mad at that at all. And into the next one. This was probably one of my favorite fights of the night. We had Jim fucking Miller coming in against Damon Jackson. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Jim Miller, UFC 100, UFC 200, UFC 300. I think he's going to fight till UFC 500. This man's a lunatic. People talking about John Jones beat a 42-year-old. That's okay. A 41-year-old went out there and whooped ass. So what? Like, being active has a lot to do with it, I think. He did it for Peanut, folks. He did it for Peanut. For Peanut. I digress. Jim fucking Miller went out there and it only took 2 minutes and 44 seconds for him to get it done over his opponent, Damon the Leech Jackson. I mean, the Leech was not able to get wrapped around Jim, and that was the problem, right? Jim is just too damn slick, and he gets it done with a gilly. Don't be silly. Jump that gilly. It was one that just had to make Dustin Poirier sit up from the couch. There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Dude, it was so fucking good. It was so crisp. It was so clean. Dude, how did that gilly make you feel inside? Crossover.
Dude, and it happened so quick too. Like, it did not take long at all. And it was like, yeah, like Damon Jackson can't go anywhere at all. But like going in, I didn't pick Jim Miller, but I definitely wanted him to get the win. I'm just figuring, like, at some point, Father Time's gotta win, at some point.
I understand.
But apparently Jim Miller, man, he's like some vampire out here. He's got to found the youth at the crib,
He really does, man. I mean, the dude is something else. He really is something special. There's something in the water in his neck of the woods, and he definitely needs to keep drinking it. So, Jim Miller at lightweight. What is next? Dude. I mean, I'll let you take the lead on this one. Who do you have written down?
Got Jared Gordon. Because I don't think Jim should be fighting like young fighters. I think he should be fighting vets all the time. Like, just have some fun. At least that's how I look at it. Make it entertaining, have a good showing.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think you're wrong. I definitely don't think you're wrong. The name just kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, I don't hate that idea at all. Who I had was, again, Tony Ferguson. If he's gonna keep fighting, at least fight someone the same age, the same kind of caliber, and don't keep fighting at 170. Go back down to your normal weight class of 155. Wait, did Sean Moody just say the same shit? That's hella funny. Let's go. Hive mind, baby. We're on that same dial-up connection right now, dude.
Man, like you don't like Tony Ferguson, man, because Jim Miller could do something.
I do like Tony, but I want him to retire. And I think like Jim would just choke him out. He wouldn't like kill him. You know?
Did you see that that little clip of Tony where he was like on the motorcycle and he went up the ramp and he like was trying to like jump on something and didn't make it and like fell off?
No. Please send me that at some point. I
Bro,
have not seen that.
I gotta send it to you, bro. And then like the caption was some like Tony into retirement. Time off, not going so well.
Oh no. Oh man, that's terrible. But I need to see it. That's so bad.
I'm gonna have to find it and send it to you.
Please. If you find that, please send me that. So okay, yeah, we don't have to give him Tony Ferguson. We'll go with your pick. I'm happy with it. Or Matt Frivola versus Jim Miller would be fun too.
Yeah, that would be fun.
A little slobber knocker of a fight.
Frivola's probably not gonna be fighting for a while though.
Yeah.
After that KO he just got in Paris.
Yeah. It was nasty stuff, man. That's tough. That's tough. Oh man, you just reminded me. I'm having like PTSD flashbacks. That was a nasty one. And his coach basically walked him into it. Oh fuck, that was nasty stuff.
Oh, that clip was so bad. And then you see the reaction on the coach's face.
He's like, oh, turn away from him.
Yep, right into it,
brother. Oh,
and then, yeah.
Goodness. It's just tough stuff, man. You hate to see it. So we move into the next one. We have a bantamweight bout between Jonathan Martinez, the Dragon, coming in against Marcus McGee. Look, when it came to this one, I knew that it was not going to be a matter of if Mr. Jonathan Martinez would land leg kicks. It was a matter of when he did start to land the leg kicks. And I truly think that if he started to land them just a round earlier, we would be talking about a different winner here, folks. Because as soon as he did start going to the well with those leg kicks, you could see Marcus McGee, who has a great poker face. Talking about Archer, emissary of the Gorgonites here, folks. Dude did not have a good poker face when it came to those leg kicks. He was planting gingerly on it. It did not look good. And even he admitted, he's like, if he would have kept kicking me like that, I probably wouldn't have stood up that much longer. So good on him for getting the first 2 rounds. Because his opponent was definitely starting to pick up steam. And thank goodness this was not an Apex main event randomly placed in the middle of the year, folks. Because again, we probably would have been talking about a different outcome here. I say this as a Marcus McGee fan. Love the guy. I bet on him. But fuck, man. That was almost a tough change of pace there for him there in the end. And again, make no mistake, Marcus McGee looked great out there. He outlanded his opponent 2-1. And he had his opponent pretty fucking mesmerized in that first round. I was mesmerized. I was like, wow, this is fucking beautiful, man. It's fantastic striking. The head movement, moving everything out of the way, constantly twitching on that lead leg. It was nasty work, technical, textbook even. But I digress. His opponent made it a dogfight there in the end, and he made our guy Marcus really fight for that win. Did you have Marcus McGee going into this one? And what surprised you most, if anything, about this fight?
Dude, for me, that was a very, very tough pick for me because I do like both guys, but I had Martinez going into it. And bro, when he finally started getting to the leg kicks in the 3rd round, I was like, where has this been? Where has this been, bro? Your kicks are a weapon. They're literally your best weapon. Where has this been? And then on top of it, it literally took no time, and McGee was like, nah, I got to get orthodox. I can't be southpaw anymore. And he was struggling. And I mean, you're definitely right. If this was like an Apex main event, we're definitely talking about a different winner for sure. But McGee fought his tail off those first 2 rounds, man. The feints, it's literally like Jonathan Martinez was pretty much just watching a movie. Like he literally, like you said, he was mesmerized, like he was frozen, just couldn't get anything going, no offense. And it's like he wasn't even, he didn't even have any output. He literally was just standing right in front of him, just watching him. And each little time, McGee would just touch him, and then get back to moving. And good job by McGee. Great win.
Absolutely great job by McGee in there. And shout out Ian Miller in the chat. The movement was too much. And I mean, also just shout out Ian Miller. He's also a pro fighter. Ian, put in the chat when your next fight is and how and where people can tune in and support, brother. Ian also said he's not used to a fighter that moves. That's a fact. That's exactly the same reason he had trouble with Jose Aldo in there, right? Like the movement, the footwork, it's a game changer, especially if you haven't really had partners that are giving you those types of looks. And I mean, if we're talking about a fighter that's able to give you looks, Marcus McGee, the person giving that guy looks, talking about a Sean fucking O'Malley, right? So he's got a lot of good looks. Ian Miller's fight just got called off. His opponent has been suspended by the commission. Damn, you hate to see it, brother. Well, we hope you get a new fight scheduled soon. And hopefully this means you get to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner, brother. No weight cut. Let's go. Try to look at the bright side, my friend.
Silver lining.
And with that being said, silver lining. That's me. If I was a Transformer, I'd be Optimus Prime. You know what I'm saying? Cheesy jokes, bad jokes, all day. You can always bet on those. So what do you think should be next for Marcus McGee? Do you have any names on the tip of your tongue? And in the chat, let us know as well.
I have 2. So my 2 names for Marcus McGee are either Song Yadong or Chito Vera. Because I mean, Marcus McGee is 34 years old, so he's gotta get a bump up like now. You know what I mean? And Jonathan Martinez was just in like the top 5, like not that long ago. So, I mean, why not? I like the Rob Font pick too in the chat. I like the Rob Font pick as well.
I love that. So I actually had Rob Font written down as mine, and then my other pick was the loser of this weekend's main event, Davison Figueiredo versus Petr Yan. Like you just said, the guy he just beat was literally like top 6 just a few months ago. So why wouldn't we pole vault this guy up? He's not getting any younger. He's, already almost on the wrong side of 35 in this sport. So we've got to give him a bump up in competition. And I think that Rob Font would provide that if he wants somebody faster. And if he's willing to wait a little bit, take the loser of this weekend's main event. They'll be looking for a gimme, and they might actually think that about Marcus McGee, which would be a mistake.
I like it. I mean, but he's definitely got to get a big jump up in the rankings for sure. Because I mean, just with the age, like we gotta see if he can become that guy or not. Now,
gotta get those AI rankings, bro.
Facts. They'll be here in no time. Watch.
They really will be. AI is taking over everything. Speaking of taking over, man, fighting nerds, they are taking over every fucking thing, huh? This Mauricio Rufy guy fighting at catchweight against his, 3rd scheduled opponent for this fight card? Finally, we got James Yantop that was willing to answer the call here. And, I mean, he came in a little bit heavy, right? It was quite a weight discrepancy, as you could see in the match in there. But this guy was a dog. If there was anything that surprised me, it was how much of a dog he was. The way he was eating a lot of those shots was very, very impressive. But I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention the look away left hook that our guy Rufy landed. My goodness. You got to think if he's fighting someone at the actual weight class he typically fights at, that probably gets it done.
Absolutely. I mean, that left hook was nasty. But you're definitely right about Yantop. He definitely is a dog. I think, did he fight at 306, I think? Or because he fought not that long ago, and the fight he was in was another war. And he definitely fights behind his chin for sure.
It was a UFC fight night on August 24th. So yeah, not that long ago at all. And it was against Vyacheslav Borshev, aka Slavaclaus. And yeah, that was an absolute barn burner. Over 100 strikes landed, or actually almost 200 strikes landed. There were 97 strikes landed exactly by both men. So absolute barn burner. And he made Slavaclaus go nil on his takedowns. So solid work from the young man. Dude is an absolute beast. Curious to hear who you have on the tip of your tongue. I would like to see this stud fight another stud in Daniel Zellhuber. I think it would be a flashy matchup of just fists flying, head movement, probably some shit talk in there. And I don't even think they speak the same language, so they wouldn't even understand what the shit talk is, which would make it even funnier. Either way, you know there's going to be a fatality in there. So give me that one. And I saw one in the chat earlier. Yantop versus Jim Miller next. It's not a terrible matchup. It's not terrible. Did you have a name on the tip of your tongue for the winner here in Mauricio Rufy?
So I like the Zellhuber matchup. My only issue with that matchup is just the division is starting to age, and we're going to have to replenish it with another crop here shortly. And I think matching those guys up now you hurt one of them. Like one's going to keep going on, but you lose the other one. That's my only issue with that fight. So for me, I went with Jai Herbert.
Arguably the best worst nickname in MMA, Black Country Banger. Jai Herbert. That, I mean, dude, I don't understand. The nickname is crazy. But I love the fighter. And people forget this. He almost beat the champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
He rocked him. He was winning that fight up until he wasn't. Jai Herbert's a son of a bitch, bro. Okay.
But that fight was up at 155, though.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a valid point. But I like that matchup a lot. Yeah. I would take that. or the Zellhuber fight. But I agree with you.
And I like Zellhuber too.
Me too.
I like both guys, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with you that you would crash stock in one of your potential superstars. And why not build them up for another, 2 years or so and then make them fight each other? Yeah, you're right. But I'll tell you who was right in this next one. Your boy. I tried to tell everybody. Everybody was high on Carene Silva. I tried to tell them Viviane Araujo. She's the one, bro. She's the one. I like this chick a lot. I think she's really good. I just think that she sometimes gets very poor matchups. I did not think Carene Silva was going to be one of those poor matchups. And I also thought that Carene Silva has had pretty favorable matchups in here based on her style of fighting. So I absolutely love how Araujo went out there and adapted throughout the fight, because make no mistake, she was losing the first round. But then she started to adapt, really change up her game plan, and exhaust her opponent, which paid dividends in the end. Because, dude, have we ever seen somebody genuinely quit that bad in the middle of the third round?
It looked kind of like she was a one of those people that like back in the day were like BJJ specialists, and like they literally just want to. I'm just gonna come down, go on the ground. You try and come down here with me, like Crone Gracie.
Ice cream Crone, that thing melted.
Yep.
That ice cream Crone melted, man. Yeah, and why? Like he's coming back right now.
Yeah, he's got a fight. Is Bryce Mitchell, and they're going to be on the main card.
I don't understand that. How does he draw the straw of Bryce Mitchell? Bryce Mitchell is ranked in the top 10. Like, what is happening?
That last name.
Well, that's fair.
All right, good job, champ.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point. And that was for you, Fight Week Show. That was for you. He asked for more Rick on the soundboard. And yeah, Weidman versus Anders is rebooked. Yes.
Yep.
Aljo versus Movzar is on the prelims, and we get
Yes.
Ice Cream Crone
Yes.
on the fucking main card.
Lick.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that. And I was like,
Yeah.
is that real? And then I went and looked. Yes, that's real.
Yeah, I
That's
agree with Sean
got to
Moody
get
here.
changed, right?
I think they've got to change the stack rank. There's no way they're going to keep it like that, bro.
Yeah.
I would be
absolutely no sense.
flabbergasted if that was the case. Genuinely flabbergasted. There's no way. There's just no fucking way.
Same weight class. Two guys that are both ranked. One guy. It makes no sense at all. It's the same weight class.
Oh my God, Dana, can you tag us in, please? Like, ay, dude. Ay. Need to fucking drink just so that makes sense. Honestly, they've got to change it. They're going to change the order of that. I have faith that they will do better than that. Yeah, shit's going to get shuffled a lot. I agree. Fight Week Show.
Has to.
Definitely agree. Yeah, man, there's just no chance. Speaking of no chance, what do you think should be next for, and we're going to do the winner and loser of this one just because I'm curious. What do you think should be next for Viviane Araujo, and what do you think should be next for a loss like that after Karene Silva?
Rose? I think Rose would. I mean, it's a step up in the rankings for Araujo. So, Rose is coming off a loss, a tough fight, close loss. So, unfortunately, you got to defend your spot now.
I agree. I actually have. I think Doug Rose is a fantastic option. Yeah, I think that's a fantastic option. I wouldn't be mad at them rebooking the original matchup of Natalia Silva. Karene Silva ended up stepping in here on semi-short notice, I believe, to replace Natalia Silva, which was the originally slated matchup. Which is why I said Viviane's going to win this fight. Because let me tell you, if I'm training to fight Natalia Silva, and then I get Karene Silva, I feel like I just won the fucking lottery, bro. Because Natalia's disgusting. She is disgusting with it, dude. And then for Karene Silva, I think she should fight Casey O'Neill, the bad guy.
Okay. Anakin in the chat. Just put that in the chat as well.
Oh, let's go, Anakin.
Yeah, bro. Anakin is always on it, bro. Like the matchups, phenomenal job.
Fucking let's go, Anakin, bro. I do know the power of the dark side. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. Did you already say a name for Karene Silva?
For Karene Silva, I'm gonna go Tracy Cortez.
Ooh, I love that. Not mad at that. I don't know who I would actually favor in that matchup. Who do you think would be the favorite in that matchup? Tracy, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Tracy.
I think I would favor Tracy in that matchup. I never favor.
I can see that. I can see that being like some very, very small odds in that though.
I was gonna say like a pick'em almost.
Yeah.
Man. Well, we'll talk about one now that was not a pick'em. It was anything but a pick'em. I did bet a shot on this one on Paul Craig, not because I thought he was gonna win, but because I knew by this point in the show I'd want to drink. So folks, I'm going to go ahead and pour that up while my guy Crossover breaks down how he felt about Bo Penny. Sorry, Bo Nickel. Tell us how you felt.
So going in, I think what everybody wanted to see was if Bo was going to actually wrestle Paul Craig, and then how was he going to look in Paul Craig guard, and who was going to have the advantage in the grappling since you have two guys that are good grapplers. Bo Nickel's like, nah, I'm not even going to test that out. I'm just going to keep it up here on the feet. Now, it made for a less than entertaining fight, but I will say this. Fighter IQ wise, Paul Craig's zero threat on the feet. Zero. And if you keep it on the feet, you at least know this is not where your opponent wants the fight to be, and he is no threat up here. Because, I mean, we're not that far removed from Paul Craig literally like just pulling guard every other second, trying to get guys on the ground with him. So that's not a guy that wants to be on the feet. But to his credit, he looked like a new guy on the feet. The body kicks were really good. I mean, even though that's pretty much all he threw the entire fight, but they were landing. But I think both the game plan was just to take the route of least resistance possible.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything you said. And as I like to say here, a bet made, a debt paid. Here's the shot, folks. Cheers to you. If you drink, do one with me. If not, stay hydrated like my guy here on my left, my right, whichever fucking direction he is for me, for you, for everyone too. Cheers, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Now, before I do my breakdown here, let's jump into the chat. Fight Week Show, a man of his word. Yes, always. Sean Moody says Nickel versus Hermanson next. Yes and no. Yes, because that is a logical pick and it should happen. No, because Hermanson does bad things to Nickel, I think. Cheers. Cheers to you as well, mate. Anakin said, even though Nickel didn't finish him, it's good to see him working on his striking. I agree, Anakin. But, you know, if you're going to become a Bo Nickel fanboy, as Padme once told you, you're going down a path that can't follow you. One's an offensive and one's defensive. Absolutely. Played it smart. Deletes a called out Bo. Also someone who would probably do bad things to Bo. Give Nickel Joe Pyfer. Yes. Yes. It's like when you pick the same character in a video game and they wear different color shorts. Bo Nickel, Joe Pyfer. No, I genuinely think it would be like knockout power versus grappling power. I do think Bo would go to the fucking well with takedowns if he fought Joe Pyfer. Let's be honest.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He would just do blast doubles like it is nobody's business, dude. But I digress. Fucking Anakin, you gotta stop saying it before I have a chance to, bro. That's my pick. This fucking guy. All right, Anakin spilled the beans here. That was going to be my pick. Andre Petroski versus Bo Nickel is the fight to make. Petroski looked really good in his last outing. He's been saying he's the self-proclaimed best fighter in the division. Bo Nickel happens to win a fucking Hodge trophy, so that's the one. That's the one to go with, brother. That's a little matador of a matchup right there. And I think it would probably be exactly like this one was. I don't think a single shot would be made. I don't think there would be a takedown attempted. I think it would be like first person shoots a bitch kind of rule. And then we just see a fun striking match between two wrestlers. But I digress. Look, I thought Paul was actually doing really fucking good in this fight. Paul Craig. The body kicks, like you said. Brand new, bro. Brand new. I know you made fun of him. I know I made fun of him. I know most people made fun of him when he said, look, I'm going to be going out there and I'm going to bring a lion. The lion showed up, folks. Come on. It was nasty stuff. It was nasty stuff, those body kicks. If you have never ate a body kick, I want you to let your friend kick you in the body for fun. Just so you know what it feels like. You know, bad things are going to happen afterwards the next day when you go to the bathroom, but that's okay. It's normal. I digress, though. The body kicks were disgusting. Crossover. I'm not sure if you've ever felt a body kick, but I've told numerous people I would rather get hit in the face 10 to 20 times than eat a clean body shot. The thing I can say that impressed me the most about Bo Nickel in this fight was he was absorbing those strikes like a fucking champ. Honestly, dude, like I was impressed because they were not in the Apex, folks. They were at Madison Square fucking Garden. And I could still hear the echo of those kicks. Disgusting. disgusting reverberation coming off those things. And I mean, I know people in the chat are saying that they like that he was working on his striking, but did anything really impress you about Bo's striking?
I'm gonna be honest, no. However, this is
we
the
love
thing.
an optimist. Let's hear it.
Hey, he can never get better if he doesn't use it and implement it in fights. It will never get better.
All right. I wanted to have something ready to disagree with you, but I can't. You're actually right. So record scratch moment there. Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely correct. If you want to grow a muscle, you got to flex it.
Nope.
I mean, speaking of which, bro, we can't have you on the show and not get a flex for the people here. Come on. Let's Oi! Look at those things. I'm not allowed to flex for the rest of the show because I'm just a little boy now. Geez Louise, kids. That's what it looks like when you definitely eat your Wheaties and do everything else correct. So, with that being said, and with some real muscles being flexed, sorry, we needed to give them something to be excited about after chatting about Bo Penny for so long. What do you think should be next for Bo Nickel?
So the chat and you have definitely, like, I was in agreement. Like, I came up with 2 names, and one of them was Petrosky. Like, everybody in the chat and even you, like, we all were aligned with that. And then my other one was who was it? Roman Delise, who called him out. Oh, and shout out to Matchwood. He hit me up on social media and said Jacob Malkoun. I was like, Malkoun would give Bo some problems as well too.
The Fight Week show, shout out. Drink water, look like Crossover. Drink scotch, sound like Olin. You're absolutely fucking right, bud. Let's go. Yeah, I like everything that the chat is throwing out, to be honest. Everything that the chat is throwing out, especially this one. Crossover's jacked. Yeah, you're right, Anakin. It's a fucking fact. He's super jacked. Matua says Jacob Malkoun. Not mad at that one. But I would feel like it's fighting down for Bo. Malkoun's not a big enough name for him to fight. Petrosky and him have the chirping back and forth. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't say to go with Petrosky either. Right? Malkoun just got booked with Rodolfo Vieira for February. So if he wins that one, I was gonna say if he wins that
Grappler, hey, that's gonna be a fun little grappling matchup right there.
If he beats Rodolfo, then I'm absolutely in alignment with Matua here on Jacob Malkoun and Bo Nickel. I think that'd be a fun matchup.
Yeah. And then my other matchup was Roman Delise.
Yeah, I mean, the Roman Delise matchup, I think, makes sense from a logical standpoint from where they are trajectory-wise. But I the only reason I disagreed with it is because I just think he does bad things to him. Roman Delise is like farm boy strong. Like,
yes. Yes.
I don't know how else to say it.
That's exactly why I want to see it. I want to see what Bo can do when he faces
it's like city boy strong and farm boy strong. Like one guy went to the school that taught him everything to get better, and the other guy is just like living life and just somehow fucking Herculean, you know? So I want to see that fight. I think that's fun. Nickel versus Sean Moody. My goodness, do you not like Kelvin? What the fuck is that?
At all. At all.
I like Sean. We've been here, bro. We've been here, but I can't follow you there.
Dude, Kelvin Gastelum is not going to defend one takedown, brother.
Kelvin the gas tank Gastelum going to be running on empty. Real quickly. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The next one is the co-main event of the evening, otherwise known as the people's fucking main event here, folks.
It's time
for Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. Oh my goodness. I'm going to let my guy take the fucking lead on this one. But just no questions. Just what were your thoughts overall? Like tell us how the fight made you feel.
So going in, I was all about Charles Oliveira getting the win here. For me, Charles Oliveira's style, like it's ultra dangerous. Like he's very dangerous on the feet, very dangerous on the ground. But what was missing, in my opinion, was the wrestling. And that is definitely what he showed in this fight, was the wrestling. And I mean, it went to a whole nother level because he was just taking Michael Chandler down whenever he wanted to. And we already know when Oliveira gets you on the ground, like you're just trying to survive. You just want to make it to the next round. I couldn't have been happier for Charles Oliveira. I mean, it sucks for Michael Chandler to take that much time off, and you're back in there with Charles Oliveira, a guy that, you know, been through what he's been through, had the run, the championship run, and now he's trying to get back to the belt, and that's the guy you fight after 2 years off. That's tough. That's tough. But Charles Oliveira looked amazing.
Yeah, man. Charles looked absolutely amazing, and I don't know that I can add a ton more color than you already did, man. Like, real talk, the grappling was what was missing. We saw it most of all against the Islam Makhachev fight, right? It's there. It's there now. And we've also seen Charles Oliveira do really, really well when moving forward, but have issues when backing up. And I mean, you could say that about 99.9% of fighters, right? Like, of course, everyone does better when they're moving forward. But Charles has this persona and this kind of false bravado around him, or false narrative around him, so to speak, that he's a quitter, right? That he has that quit in him. But at the same time, he's also got that fucking dog in him, right? Like, let's call a spade here. And everybody has that quit in him. Chael Sonnen said it best on his season of The Ultimate Fighter against John Jones. He said, people will tell you that failure is not an option, but those people are lying. Failure is always an option. It is always the most readily available option. Mm-hmm. So everybody is a quitter. In each given moment of your life, you choose not to be a quitter. But that option is always there. Okay? And sometimes people fucking take it as if it's the Christmas bells, fucking, and they're ready to open the goddamn gifts early. Okay? But Charles has really, really grown out of that stage in his career. And the biggest thing is when he gets put on his back, most people are afraid to follow him. Right? Islam was not. That's why he hurt him so badly. And that's why he hurt him so efficiently. Michael Chandler is one of those guys that's also not afraid to jump into the fire and get on top of him. We saw that. But Charles also learned how to wrestle better off of his back. He also learned how to better suck those fucking hips out, right? Quick sprawls. And when you're able to do that against an elite level wrestler like a Michael Chandler, it's really, really impressive stuff. Matua is saying in the chat, what damaged Chandler's leg that compromised Chandler's movement? Leg kicks, right?
Yeah. But I mean, for me, this fight was all about Charles Oliveira's wrestling. All about it. And I mean, Chandler had no answer for it at all. And then he just would maneuver to the back so effortlessly, man. Like, it's Charles Oliveira has definitely made some improvements in his game. And I think defensively, that's always going to be his Achilles heel. Like, you just get hit clean way too much and has been in so many wars. But I think if he can manage to put that pressure on, but a little bit more under control and just not go running into stuff, I think Charles Oliveira can definitely go on another run. For sure.
I agree. I think Charles definitely has everything he needs as far as the tool belt goes to go on another run. And make no mistake, guys, like, Charles lost the fight on total strikes landed. He barely won the fight on significant strikes landed. Michael Chandler went out there and did the thing, but we've also got to call a spade here, as we do on the No Filter Show, folks. Look, there was about a 30 strike differential, a little bit more than that, between Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira, aka Charlie Olives. But like 28 of those were to the back of the fucking head. And Michael Chandler should have been DQ'd. All right? Like, we got to address the elephant in the room here, and that's the fact that Michael Chandler is a dirty, cheating fighter. Fence grabs, glove grabs. I counted 22 back of the head strikes. No jokes made. I literally went back and rewatched the clip. I counted 22 back of the head strikes. But wait, it gets better, Crossover. Not sure if you noticed this watching it live, But before the 22 back of the head strikes, he fucking 12-6 elbow strike, like 12-6 spiked him in the fucking spine.
Yeah.
To set those up. Like, my brother in Christ, what are you doing? You have how many professional mixed martial arts fights? You have over 30 professional fights, dude. You know better. You're not some novice.
I know Macho in the chat saying they're clean shots. Bro, those are definitely back in the head.
Matua, look. We've bet shots on things before, and I've paid my debts here. But I mean, I feel like you're trolling us borderline right now. Come on.
Yeah, that was. I think that was.
What?
Yeah, that was definitely back in the head. Well, I think that was Keith Peterson, right? I think that's who was reffing that fight.
All nonsense, Keith Peterson. Yes, sir. He reeked of cigarettes and whiskey. Wouldn't know anything about the cigarettes, but the whiskey definitely I would understand what that smells like. Look, man, those were disgusting back of the head shots. And I mean, I really wish that he would have gotten called on him. Could you imagine if the fight would have gotten stopped because of unanswered strikes? I was worried about it.
Just thinking that, bro. I was like, what if the fight had gotten stopped and like Chandler?
My girl was out of
like
town, and when I showed her that clip when she came back, she's like, okay. She literally asked me two questions. She's like, okay, A, why didn't he get DQ'd for back of the head strikes or even warned? Like, how many is he gonna have to see land to the back of the head before he's like, watch the back of the head? And she's like, and also, how many unanswered strikes is Charlie Olive's going to have to eat before the ref's like, all right, he's fucking done. Like, no, we're going to watch this guy die. Fatality. like, she's like, I just watched him eat like 20 fucking shots. That's when I was like, let me rewind it and count that. And I was like, oh yeah, 22 unanswered shots to the back of the head. Wow.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Matua doing a humble plug here. Making the Walk made a great video showing the Chandler borderline clean shots and then showing clean back of the head shot. Clean back of the head shots? The fuck is that double entendre? I didn't even read that before I put it up on the screen. Clean back of the head
back
shot.
Of the head.
That was some of the cleanest illegal shit you'll ever see. Oh, man. Good Lord. He was hitting the back of the head more than a kid kicking your seat on the airplane. That was solid. That was solid there, Lazy Ben. That was a solid comment.
What's going on, Lazy?
Jeez Louise. Yeah, Chandler did some dirty stuff in the cage in the Gaethje fight. Absolutely. Clean illegal shots.
The Dustin fight, too.
Come on. Don't get me started on that one, brother. Dustin's my favorite fighter of all time. I'll go off on a tangent. That'll be the whole rest of the fucking episode, kid. Kyle said, what Matua is saying is that since he was touching his ear as well as the back of the head, touching the ear makes the strike legal. Not saying I agree, just explaining Matua's point. Well, Kyle, we appreciate you. Truly. The Fight Week show, big up, lads. Got to bounce out. Love the energy, though. Smash the likes up, just like the Fight Week show said. Hell the fuck yeah. The Fight Week show, you won't be here for it, but you can bet your ass in about 3 to 4 minutes I'm going to do that next shot because of the main event. It's going to make me sad. Oh, man. What do we think should be next for Charlie Olives up in this mother? Do you think he should hold out and wait for a title shot?
I do. I think the winner of Arman Tsarukyan, Islam Makhachev is definitely who Charles Oliveira should fight, for sure.
I think that he should fight the winner or loser. That is what I wrote down. Like, I don't think the loser would be a step down in competition for him either. And if he goes out there and he beats, like, if Arman Tsarukyan loses heftily to Islam Makhachev, and then he goes out there, Charlie Olives being he, and beats Arman Tsarukyan, there's literally no denying him. He'll be like the champion.
Yeah.
He's Charlie Olives. Oh, man. I forget. Are you a John Jones fan at all?
I am.
Oh, man. Well. Guys, that was Crossover. Oh, you love to see it. We love having new guests on the show. Make sure you don't subscribe to Crossover MMA. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was just about to ask. I was like, are we still cool? Are we still cool?
Me being an AKA guy that trained there for years, and I met DC when he was training for the Jones fight. We're cool for however long the rest of the episode lasts, and then I probably will never speak to you again. I'm just kidding, bro. No, we can be fans of whoever we want to be fans of. I respect everybody, and most of all, I do respect Jon Jones for being one of the greatest of all time to ever do this sport. So whatever I think about him outside of the octagon aside, we are going to break down this heavyweight bout between Johnny Meat Jones and Stipe Miocic. I'm not making fun of him. He literally changed his own Twitter to Johnny Meat, and he said it's Johnny Meat, not Johnny Bones anymore. So Johnny Meat Jones is in here against Stipe Miocic, and he looked like it. He looked like a big boy in there. Much larger than Stipe, and much stronger, much faster, and much leaner, and much... Well, actually, not really leaner. Stipe looked pretty fucking lean in that fight. He looked like he was in killer shape, to be honest. But I digress. 42-year-old is going to be the excuse a lot of people give, but I think it's more so the ring rust, right? He has not been in there for a couple years, not since he not since he got knocked out by Francis Ngannou. And how long has it been since Francis Ngannou has fought in the UFC? Even longer than it's been since he's been in the UFC. So, I mean, look, nothing exceptional about it. As Lane is saying here in the chat, he beat an old man, nothing exceptional. But more so, he beat someone that was significantly older than him and had significant amount of ring rust, right? So, did I really think that Stipe Miocic was going to go out here and just crazily murder fucking Jon Jones in the octagon, knock him out, outclass him, school him? Not really. I definitely didn't think so. But did I think that Sterling was going to show up in the middle of the fucking main event chat? Yeah, I did. Let's go. Shout out S-Dogs MMA Talk. What's up, brother? Just in time for this shot that I had on Stipe. You hate to see it, folks. I didn't bet on Stipe because I truly, truly thought that he was going to be the one to break Jon Jones. Break bones, so to speak. But I did think he had a chance. And I did think I'd probably be thirsty. It'd be a good time to pass it to my co-host. So, Crossover, tell us about your guy, Jon Jones, and how he made you feel as I do this shot with these viewers. Cheers, folks.
So for me, like, you could just tell, man, Stipe was literally just frozen, man. Like, Jon Jones was throwing way too much variety of strikes at him. He didn't know what was coming next. There was no type of rhythm with anything at all. Firefight shit counts. Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But yeah, Steve, for me, I don't think it was more so the ring rust. I think it was just the difference in speed. Like, Stipe just could not get to Jon at all. And then they would just go at range, and then the teeps to the body were just, I mean, you could see the effect they were having the very first few Jon Jones started landing. And he just kept the body work up, inside leg kicks, outside leg kicks, jabs, like literally hitting Stipe with the entire kitchen sink. And he just had no idea what was coming next, and it just left him frozen. And it was just a matter of time, really.
Yeah, I like to say not a matter of if, just a matter of when at that point. And like you were saying, like, the biggest things that were throwing him off were the kicks, right? And it's because if you look at these heavyweight fighters, how often do you see heavyweights throwing the kicks in the arsenal that Jon Jones was throwing? Never. Fucking ever do you see that happening. So, yeah, I mean, it's literally, it felt like someone on like DSL or cable internet versus somebody on dial-up, right? The speed of processing was just next level for Jon Jones versus that of Stipe Miocic. And for Stipe, like, again, he's used to utilizing his boxing and being able to use his quick, like, he has good head movement. He has good back steps and like range finding shots. But for Jon Jones, while you're up here, he's throwing a fucking teep from hell that he's literally able to utilize, not like a kick, but like a jab. The way that Jon Jones utilizes the oblique kick and the teep kick It's like most fighters are able to utilize a jab. It is disgusting. It's silly how good it is, really. I say that as someone who dislikes the guy. And I sound like I'm fucking fanboying out over him right now because he's simply good at the things that you need to be great at in mixed martial arts. He's fucking great at the things you need to be good at, better yet. So John Jones is that guy. And I truly think that there's a discussion to be had where if you exclude popping positive for picograms or whatever the fuck, if you exclude the talk of PEDs, he is the greatest of all time. I don't like him, and I will say that out loud. Drew, if you're in the chat, you dick, you can clip that. Because you know how much I hate John Jones. And we had that conversation hungover over tacos, I believe. So, look, man, he's one of the best to ever do it, if not the best to ever do it. Outside of like a Khabib and a GSP and a Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, like that's the Mount Rushmore right there. That's it. There's an argument for Fyodor Emelianenko, I think. But John is that guy. I don't even think I need to ask you because I think it's just a fact at this point that he needs to fight. Let's go. It's got to be Tommy, right? You don't want the Poatan fight.
I'm gonna be honest. And I know I'm gonna sound kind of crazy. I said this months ago, and I'll explain why. John did a lot of it during his interviews. I'm not saying I don't want him to fight Tom. I would love the fight. But you gotta look at it a little differently. The John Jones Aspinall fight, without John saying he doesn't want to fight Aspinall, that made that fight bigger, has it not? If it were to happen, it's a bigger fight now because John said, I don't want to fight him, right?
I understand.
Okay. The biggest fight outside of a Conor fight that the UFC can make right now is John Jones, Alex Pereira. It's going to do the most pay-per-view buys outside of a Conor McGregor fight. It's going to make the most money. And it will be the fight that will have the most stakes on it. Because think about it. If Pereira beats Jones, he's the GOAT.
I mean, fair.
Now I'm not saying John should fight Alex. I'm just telling you, it's going to be more money. It's a guy his age. It's a guy where he has a clear advantage in one area. It's gonna make him
It would be it's the school of John
possible.
Jones, bro. John Jones has made a career out of beating blown up middleweights.
Yeah. But I mean, think about it. It's going to make him the most.
If I'm John Jones, I'm taking the Pineda fight.
Exactly.
I'm fighting Poatan, bro. That's the thing I'm doing if I'm John Jones. But I will say this. If I'm Tom Aspinall, I'm never mentioning John Jones' name again. I'm switching gears. Okay? I'm saying, look, John's a duck. He doesn't want to fight me. So instead, I'd like to fight Alex Poatan Pereira. And then he fights that guy. And then he kills Poatan. I love Poatan, but
I agree with that point. And I think he should have been saying this months ago.
Yes.
Like he should have been like, "Oh, I'll fight Alex for the interim heavyweight title at UFC 307."
Bro,
and if he beats exactly. And if he beats Pereira, John only has one option.
Yeah.
Like this would have been a moot point if Aspinall had been like, "Oh, no, I'll fight Pereira. I'll fight him on short notice."
Bro, you take the queen off the chessboard, the king is all alone. Let's go.
Facts.
Let's go.
Because now
remove the other pieces from the fucking equation.
Yep. Because now, I mean, John is literally like, he's got everybody in the palm of his hands right now. And that's what's giving him all of this leverage, which is for him to fight Tom, he's going to have to get a bag. Because if he fights Alex, he's 100% getting a bag. So it helps him out. I mean, think about it. If any of you in the chat, if you were in the position, you can have one guy that Most of the fans don't want you to fight, but it gives you the most money and you have a clear path to victory. Or you take the tougher fight, less money, and there's nothing really. I do think if he were to beat Tom, he would get more out of it from the hardcore fans. But if he beat Pereira, he's going to get more out of it from the casual fans, because the casual fans don't know Aspinall. The casual fans know Pereira.
That's fair. That's a valid fucking point, my guy. That's a valid point. Let's go to the chat real quick. Let's see. Oh boy, I gotta scroll up a little bit. Shout out one more time for Sterling here. S-Dogs, if you're still in the chat, hit us up, brother. Hit us up. And otherwise, let's go. Daryl Clark said, it's been a while since John got a TKO. Cool to see. Beautiful spinning back kick. And shout out, folks, if you're watching the new season of Cobra Kai, literally one of the like finisher moves of one of the bad guys of the new season here. Funny as fuck, because the actor that plays him, also the same dude from the new Mortal Kombat live action movies, retweeted the finish from John Jones with his finisher move as the caption.
Sweet.
And when he lands it, he kills a guy. And they like they asked him, what speed was that? And he's like, 3/4 speed. And so he posted it. He's like, I reckon this was at 3/4 speed.
I like that.
Like, that shit was nasty, bro. He's like, I reckon this is at 3/4 speed. So you love to see it, bro. When a martial artist actor is a MMA fan, it's like a chef's kiss moment. Matua, is it Matua? Is that how you say it, or Matua?
That's a great question. Hopefully he can let us know.
Can you let us know in the chat with the like hyphonics or however you do it, like MATT UA or MAH Tua? Please, because I have the name Olin and people mispronounce it all the fucking time. Like Olin, or people give me, like, my Starbucks name is Owen with a W, which drives me fucking nuts because my go-to word is not wow. Fucking Owen Wilson. But yeah, as Matua or Matua said, how did Stipe not get cut up from those elbows? Like, dude, what the fuck? I truly don't understand. Those elbows would have sliced up 99.9% of the division, of any division of the UFC. Stipe didn't even have a full camp. He was working as a firefighter, which Matua responded to land there and said, firefighting should count as a full camp. I agree. Daryl Clark said, I'm glad Stipe retired. He looked like a dead corpse out there. Hey, that's tough. That's tough to hear. That's tough to read. And I think the toughest thing about that retirement was, he's like, yeah, I'm hanging him up. Thank God. Him saying thank God was just tough, bro. But he said thank God. Like, what, dude? But I was like, all right, we're done. But seriously, like, what the fuck? He said thank God himself? Like, if somebody tweets it, like, I literally was like, I was like, he's going to retire. Thank God. And then he's like, thank God. I was like, no. Did I just throw my voice right now? How drunk am I? No.
He said it for all of us.
He really did, though. He really did. Yeah. He's that guy. What a real one. What a real one Stipe is. Sniff said, wait, that's not Frozone. Oh, damn, it's Crossover. What's up, bruh?
What's up,
Let's go, Crossover. Let's go. And then we got Lazy Bed here. Real question. Does that Stipe from last Saturday night get up from underneath Tybura on the prelims? I feel like not only was he 42 and covered in ring rust, but disinterested too. Oh, lazy bed. I mean, there doesn't seem like a whole lot that's lazy about you tonight, my friend. You seem like you're active bed. You seem like you're fucking hive mind bed. You seem like you're correct bed tonight. I agree. Crossover, do you feel like he felt disinterested in the fight and covered in ring rust?
For sure. I mean, how could he not be when you haven't done it for that long and you're 42? I mean, what was anyone expecting? Like, we weren't about to get a crisp fighter, right? I don't care who you are.
No chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. And moving down, we got, let's see here. Lane said John will get pieced up by Tom, which Anakin MMA said facts to. Sean Moody said that's what long dudes should do. Use their legs. I completely agree. They use those legs as the jab, push people off, really create that distance even longer. John Hallelujah Jones. Tua. All right. He can be the GOAT, maybe not pound for pound. Facts, Lane, because that's Islam Makhachev. Because look, pound for pound, before I get into this making the walk chat, pound for pound should not be like, look, if you lock these three dudes into a room, John Jones is the one that walks out alive. No, it's if all three of these dudes weighed 205 pounds, who would beat who up? And if you put them at size parity, Islam is probably going to win. Like John and any light heavyweight, any heavyweight, they don't have to fight people that are as fast and as skilled and as technical in a lot of times as these smaller guys. Because, like, look, let's face it, Crossover. I don't know if you feel this way, but when I watch Demetrius Johnson at work, I feel like I'm watching an old episode of Dragon Ball Z, bro. It's a Super Saiyan out there moving, bro. I got to go back and watch that fight 3 times to really appreciate it. He's so fucking fast. Mm-hmm. His brain's operating at such a high level.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to think, like, as you go up in weight classes, like, guys are bigger. The physics of it just don't allow those body types to do a lot of the things that the smaller guys can do. So 100%, there's definitely a difference in skill as you go up the weight classes. But I do think what John Jones is he's one of those guys that's just complete at the lower weight classes in a bigger body.
Fair. That's fair. But I'm still going to say,
it's just unfortunately his competition higher up. There's just not a lot of those guys around. And unfortunately, that's just what it is.
Truly. I mean, like, but the ones like a Dominic Reyes, they did give him trouble. I don't know that a 125 Dominic Reyes would give Demetrius Johnson even a shadow of a doubt in there. But
true, you're not wrong.
That's like why I'm saying like Demetrius Johnson is, when I think of like an architect in there, DJ is probably like my arguable GOAT. As much as like the AKA bias makes me want to be like Khabib, it's like Demetrius Johnson is that guy for me.
Yeah, DJ is my number 2.
Oh, who's your number 1? John Jones?
Yeah,
that's fair. They're interchangeable, depending on how you're talking about it.
Yeah, like I definitely respect DJ at 1. Like I have no issue with that at all. Like it definitely holds water for sure.
Absolutely. And I don't want to keep putting this off. So Making the Walk said, did John's performance make you feel better about how he would do against Tom Aspinall or worse? I'll keep it very short and sweet here. I will say it made me feel worse about how he would do against Tom Aspinall. I mean, the fact that the fight went outside of a round, the fact that it went almost 4 rounds or almost 3 full rounds for that matter. I don't know. I think Tom would give him a lot of problems out there, and how fast Tom is would prove to be a problem. Just looking at Tom's footwork, his movement, his mobility compared to Stipe's, yeah. I'm not saying Tom would go out there and obliterate him, but it definitely gave me hope that Tom could beat him. What were your thoughts, Crossover?
So this fight didn't sway me one way or the other. Like, this fight pretty much went how I thought it was going to go. It was just going to be one-way traffic for John. But moving forward, like the Aspinall fight, like I know a lot of people think Tom just dominates John. I'm sorry, people, but that does not happen. That does not happen. Like, yes, Aspinall's got all these skills, but what a lot of people fail to realize, Aspinall's never fought anybody like John Jones either. Like,
I completely agree with that.
John Jones is still going to be the longer fighter. John Jones is a dog. handles adversity when he gets in there. Like, let's say Aspinall lands something, John Jones is not gonna fold. He's not gonna break.
No, Jones has a veteran mentality.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people out there, the way they just talking about it, like, you got to give this man his respect. Like, like you can think Aspinall can win the fight, and I think Aspinall can win the fight. But John Jones can win the fight.
But John can win the fight too. Yeah. John's disgusting.
Absolutely.
The way that he does this shit and then slices in with the fucking elbows, like, it's nasty. And because you're so focused on one thing, like, you don't see the other ones coming. He did that to Rashad. Rashad was literally like my first favorite fighter. It was sad. Broke my fucking heart. It's probably the main heat behind why I don't like John Jones. But he's disgusting with it, bro. Like, even if it's someone I don't like, I can respect them and say, like, this dude is really good at what he does. Not only that, he's really great at what he does. I just think that Tom gives him a lot more trouble than anybody he's fought in the last 5 years.
Fair.
And I think trajectory-wise, it's perfect. I think if this was 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and John was like, you know what, I'm going to go up to heavyweight. And then it didn't take him 3.5 years to do it. Like, this is probably a different fight. This is a different conversation. I'm probably leaning more towards John Jones. But at this exact point in their careers, I think if you run this fight 10 times, Tom wins at 6. So again, like, I think John has paths to victory here. I just think that Tom he's going to be a tough matchup for him, man. And again, just like you said, I think it's competitive. I don't think it's ever one way. If you run it 10 times, I don't think it's a first, second, third, or even fourth round finish. I think it's something where both guys are going to be introduced to who they are. As Dustin Poirier likes to say, like, adversity introduces a man to himself. They will get introduced to themselves on that night. Both men, not just one, both, John and Tom. And the winner is going to be the one that has learned to answer that door. And to your point, John has answered that door a lot more often than Tom has. So I think it'd be a really, really, I think that's deep down why I want to see it so badly. I want to see what happens when Tom is forced to answer that call. Does he get up the same way that John did against Gustafsson?
Because the thing about it, Aspinall hadn't been to championship rounds.
No.
Shortest average fight time in the UFC. What happens when it's the second, third, fourth round? And
you watch tape on that guy. Crossover.
Yeah. And this is a natural heavyweight. And I don't know. I kind of have a little theory in heavyweight fights. It's either going to be a first round finish or it's going to decision. Because after one round, the cardio is gone. So
you take the under 1.5 or you take the over fucking 4.
Exactly. So my question is, how does Aspinall look in the second round? How does he look when he starts to get a little fatigued? Guess what? That speed is going to be gone. It's not going to be there anymore. All those shots that are fast and crisp, they're going to be labored. They're going to be a little wild. And I think a lot of, like, that's something that is unanswered. You know what I mean? Like, every part of John's fight game, we know what it's like, except him on his back. That's literally the only piece of his game we don't know anything about. But I'm willing to bet it's pretty good. I could be wrong.
It's pretty good.
But I think it's pretty good. I could be wrong.
I think you're probably right, my guy. I think you're probably right. Man. Let's get through some more of these comments real quick. Let's see here. Lazy Bed says, if his next bout isn't a title unification bout, the heavyweight title and mantle of baddest man on the planet becomes a participation trophy paperweight. Oof, not wrong. If Jones fights Poatan, he will wrestle and sub him. I agree, Anakin. You're definitely not wrong. He's going to use the dark side. Let's know. Lane, John going to get his FU money for Tom. I mean, yeah, he has to. Right?
As he should.
He's a world champion, and he's one of the best of all time. So why shouldn't he? Would you rather see him have a tough fight with Tom? Or would rather see him have a tough fight with Tom? All of us. That's what we all want, Anakin. Sean Moody said, yep, because he'd be a 3-division champ. Yeah, absolutely. Do not want to see John versus Alex, says Lane. Me neither. I truly don't care to see it. Sniff back in the chat says, Jones' past PED use is a testament to his desire to want to win. Same is true for Chandler and his fence grabbing and strikes to the back of the head. 2 legends doing whatever it takes to win. Every time I read a sniff comment, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to let you know. It's got to happen. Matua, hoping to get the fucking Iphonics here. Pay John Jones whatever he wants to fight Tom. I agree. Matua again. Hallelujah. Jones is feeling confident about his Stipe performance. I think he wants to fight Tom. Pay the man. Please pay John enough to exit the scene. Oof. I agree, Lane. Love that. Hallelujah. Jones versus Tom in a mega church. What are you even talking about? Sign me up. Sean Moody says, I'm taking more money. S-Dogs says link. Oh, is he looking for the link to hop up in this? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to send him a link. You got it? You got it?
No, you got it.
I got it. Boom. I'll send the link. I'm going to send you a link in just 1 second. Let's see here. Matua says the UFC marketing machine can pump up Tom for the casual fans. I feel Crossover's point, though. Lazy Bet says risk management is the basis for successful business ventures, but if you're only here for the biggest chance to profit, then drop the title to keep it moving. Lazy Bet, do you work in marketing? My guy, let's go. Matua. Oh, you got a Matua. Spit on that thing. I appreciate the high phonics there. I appreciate the effort to properly pronounce my name. Dude, that's what we're here for. We're not here to mispronounce people's name. And I appreciate you, Matua. I like Olin drawing the parallel of DJ to an architect. Thank you. I feel like he constructs everything that he does so blissfully. DJ is an architect. John is an architect with a pyromaniac streak. He built in the cage to burn it down outside.
It's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Lazy Ben. Jorge said, damn. Matua said, we saw some new tools from John Jones. Hallelujah. Jones once again proved his durability. Stipe snapped his head back thrice with uppercuts.
True. He did. He did land like 3 good uppercuts.
He really did. Jorge said, good luck, boys. Jorge, good luck to you, my friend. And Matua, Jones versus Tom, best of 7. Love to see it. We love rematches here. Sounds like Crossover is saying Tom wins the first 2 rounds and John wins 3 through 5 and takes a decision win to retain the belt. ... Said making the walk. Making the walk. Are you having the same PTSD flashbacks that I am right now with that description to our guy, Dominic Reyes? Is that what's happening? And is making the walk onto something here? I see you smiling, Crossover.
I mean, my thing is like, guys, like I'm just saying, Aspinall hasn't been tested. He hasn't been tested. We don't know what that heart is like, guys. We don't know. Like, yeah, he looks all great and shiny, but when it gets dirty and grimy, is he going to answer the call? And we don't know because he's never had to. And he doesn't even know because he hasn't had to. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you're spitting hot fire here. You are spitting hot fire. But, I mean, you might have to unfollow me the same way that our guy Sterling had to unfollow Tommy Aspinall. or Michael Bisping, for that matter.
Yeah,
because I'm riding that Tommy Aspinall gravy train, bro. I like it, bro. I think, I don't know. I know it's biased because I don't like John Jones. I know that that's literally the reason. But I digress.
Understandable. I get it. You're loyal. I get it.
Yeah, I am. I watched him beat my guy DC not once but twice, and I watched him beat my guy at DC in the worst ways, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like that chasing little trip that he did was just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was mean, bro. I don't want to see it again. And people show me that replay, and it makes me really upset. It makes me want to cry, dude. Though, like I am joking, but there is a part of me that dies inside every time I see that trip. The way that he beat DC was definitely just the worst part.
The clip from that interview with both of them where they were in like different rooms, that will live forever. That's probably one of my favorite parts of that rivalry. Like,
still there, pussy?
That. Yes, I love it. I love it. That's definitely bookmarked on Twitter for me.
You still there, pussy?
And then DC goes, I'm
if
here.
I was in that room with you, I'd spit on you. He's like, I envy you, man. I wish that I could turn it on the way that you turn it on, man. You are so good.
You know I would
at
kill
being
you,
a
right?
dirtbag.
I would literally.
You think I'm gonna just sit
right?
here and let you kill me? You think I'm just sit here and let you kill me? I'd love to see you try. I would love to see you try. Bro, that was seriously
we need another rivalry.
All-time heat. All-time heat. That was seriously like the best. That was the best heat we've ever seen like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that we'll ever see a rivalry like that again. Like the Khabib and Conor was close-ish, but still, it's not the same level, bro. Like,
I mean, Ilya's trying to get into it with the Dagestanis. I'm just saying.
I don't know if he wants to do that.
I mean, agreed, but I'm just saying, like, the way he's been talking to him on social media, I like the energy.
Yeah, again, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Oh man, let's see what people are saying in the comments about this. We already did that one. The Church of Jones, 100%. Let's go, Lane. Chama. Making the walk. I just rewatched that DC Jones fight last night. Why would you do that? Because I needed a laugh. Wow, that's fucking mean. DC was on Benny Hill mode trying to avoid that finish. Making the walk. I literally I actually thought that I liked you. I thought that we were boys. I thought that we were friends. And it turns out that I actually don't like you at all. And we are enemies. We are mortal enemies now. Damn. That was hella mean. But I mean, if you're a John Jones fan.
I understand.
Matua said more dust-ups at the press conference. Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
As Conor McGregor says, sign me up. Lazy Bed here, as always, don't fire. One of the few press tours where you could feel actual vitriol. They wanted to eat each other's throats. Yeah, I think the closest to that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, literally the word vitriol made me think of this. Dominic Cruz versus Cody Garbrandt. That was a fun presser. And I really thought that Cody was going to come in there like a madman. Like a fucking madman. But instead, nope. He came out there like a calm-headed, cool fucking killer. And just disgustingly dismantled Dominic Cruz in one of the best fights I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Dominic Cruz wants a fight again.
Yeah, I did see that.
I think that's the fight we need to see. That rematch.
I got another one for you, Jose Aldo.
Okay. I mean, I kind of had a feeling that's what you were going to say. And I'm still not mad at it. I'm still not mad at it.
I do like both fights, though. I do like both fights.
I think the Jose Aldo fight would be nasty. I think the leg kicks would really cut down on the footwork and the movement and the ability of a Dominic Cruz, but man. That'd be a tough fucking fight. But it sounds like, going back real quick to John Jones, you don't want to see John Jones versus Poatan, do you? You do. I know you agree that if you're John Jones, you take that fight.
Oh yeah, if I'm John Jones, for sure, absolutely. Give me my money. Give me my money, absolutely. But this is the only reason why I want to see it. Like, the stakes that just would be on the line would just be so high, so immense. If Poatan wins, he literally speed ran to the GOAT in like 3 years.
You're not wrong.
I'm not saying Poatan will win. Clearly, I know John's got a clear path to victory. Aspinall is definitely the tougher fight. I would enjoy that as well. But with Aspinall, it's unifying the belts and beating the next generation of heavyweight. Okay. Well,
So you're
with
just
the
saying it
po-
feels so very uniform.
Yeah, I
It
feel
just feels like
the
another day at the
stakes-
office.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just like John says it. Like, I get it. Like, the fans, we want it. We want to see it. And I'm right there with everybody. But which one of those fights do you think could like be massive?
I mean, which one is going to sell more tickets? Which one's going to have more asses and seats? It's obviously going to be the one, the only fucking Poatan Chama. I mean, this dude has not had to learn English and instead has millions of people saying a word that, like, I mean, hundreds of thousands of them don't even know what the fuck it means.
Facts.
It means let's go, by the way. Let's go. It's basically how they say it. So I've been saying Chama for a long time, dude. Just in American. But, you know, Chama, to all the Poatan fans, I'm one of the Poatan fans. I think this guy's something special. It took me a minute to get on the bandwagon because I was an Adesanya fan, big Adesanya believer in the beginning. But we out here. We out here now. And speaking of being out here, folks, I think we might be having a little bit of a technical difficulty.
Yo.
There he is.
That
What is
like
up?
a motherfucking intro. And what the fuck's going on, boys? I'm here with the boys. We got the new shot glass. These boys have been on for damn near 2 hours now. You guys are psychos. Shout out Crossover with the shades. Those are fucking crispy. Send me your old ones, like we said. Crossover, this shot's for you as well. This is for the Houston Texans, 7-4. We're going to the Super Bowl. Let's fucking go, baby. Shout out MMA Anomaly. Shout out Crossover MMA. And shout out the boys. Let's take a shot.
Let's go. We out here, baby.
I'm from the projects. Shout out Crossover. I have 7.6 Nigerian inside my blood right now. I'm feeling pumped. I don't know what you boys have been talking about. I caught some of it. We just got back from the gym. We got a fight January 3rd. I'm ready to kill or fucking be killed. And Crossover, you're coming to it. It's in Houston at Escapade in Spring, Texas. Crossover's going to film it. Let's fucking go, boys.
All right. Good job, champ.
Let's go.
I like the energy. I like it. I'm here
Now,
for it.
S-Dog, hold on.
Lay it on me.
Do me a favor and tell me what date is the fight and where can people watch it? What state is the fight? What city is the fight?
Damn, that shot hurt. Well, the date is January 3rd. It's going to be at Escapade in Spring, Texas. I don't know where you can stream it yet, but Crossover, if he goes,
I can tell you. So the prelims for Fury are on YouTube, and then the main card for Fury is on Fight Pass.
Wait, it's Fury FC?
No,
Right?
no, mine's not. I wish. That'd be fucking amazing. It is. Damn, I should have probably came a little bit more prepared. It's not Fury FC though. It's because it's amateurs.
Oh, okay.
Amateurs.
Okay.
It's amateurs.
Because I know they do some amateur stuff. Fury does.
Well,
do
either
some amateur
way,
stuff.
Sterling.
Well,
I know I'm nowhere
first
near
and
you. I know I'm nowhere near you, Sterling.
That's terrible.
Being on the West Coast here in California, but you're my boy. So you hit me up, and as long as I can make it happen, I might have to make that a guys' weekend and fly out there to support the guy.
Oh, shit.
That's why I was asking for the date, brother.
January 3rd. Crossover.
Nope.
This shot is for you. If you're pulling,
You doing
it up.
another one? Hold on. Let me pull one up, brother. Jesus Christ.
I know.
This guy came in here
Man.
fucking ready to go.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing this, but we're doing this. Let's do this. But
I'm
boys,
gonna have to check in another bag when I go visit my mom over here in Louisiana, so I can fucking
Crossover,
get some rounds in with you, brother.
You still have an answer, Crossover.
Bro, I'm definitely gonna pull up.
Hey, look. I don't mean to come at you like you're McDane right there. I'm sorry.
Especially if I'm in town, because I know there's a chance I might not be in town. There's a chance. But if I'm in town, definitely going. Extreme knockout?
Is it extreme knockout, brother?
Oh my god, I think that is.
We're talking about Sterling. He's got an MMA fight in Texas.
No. It starts with an R. It starts with an R.
I might fly out to that.
I need to get my phone. My bad. I really just hopped on right now. This is
Wait,
fucking...
is Matua a Texas person too? Are we all about to have a Louisiana meetup and fucking just do some Muay Thai drills?
Hey, get Jax.
Sterling?
I'm gonna hit Jax up. Is Jax in the chat?
Jax has been in the chat. He's been a real dick. Not gonna lie to you.
Dude, y'all been on for 2 hours. Y'all are psychos.
That's what we do, bro. That's what we do. Can we get a flex, bro? Make me feel small. It's the only time I feel small on the podcast. Not you.
Go. Oh no! Come on, no. Crossover, do not flex. Crossover, do not flex. Do not flex. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. No, fuck on that. Get him out of here. I don't like. First of all,
he's gone. Fuck that guy. Fucking big ass muscles, big ass fucking biceps, fucking dick.
First of all, before I take this shot, I don't like how my guy has a hoodie on and Crossover over here is with the pythons with his little guy. All right,
Savs flex. But hold on. With all due respect, you're gonna let it slide. What are you wearing right now?
Damn.
And what is he wearing right now? I base it on what you people fucking wear, bro.
Hey,
don't come at, dude. If you're gonna come at the king, don't fucking miss, kid. Every video I've ever seen of you, you're wearing a fucking hoodie, bro.
It's cold in here. It's cold in here.
I've seen you wear 3 different color hoodies. Like I've never seen you in a t-shirt.
I used to go.
I'm gonna send you some merch, bro.
Hey, let me know. I got you. You know that.
Shout out the Simplistic logo merch. Yeah. You can buy that in the merch store.
Oh damn! You have it on right now. Oh damn!
Brother, we stay strapped up, dog.
Crossover. We need to get some crossover MMA merch.
Working, man. It's coming. Don't you worry. It's coming.
We need to get an MMA anomaly, S Dogs MMA talk crossover. The most ambitious crossover since Endgame.
The eyes healing up good. Look at that. We're healing up nice. The nose is nice and clear now. The toes are moving. We're fucking.
How's the breathing? You didn't break your nose, did you?
No, I just spitting. I know I was sneezing out blood. So like
you ain't got one of those yet, right?
No, it just got busted. No? It didn't get broken. It just got busted.
After I do that, people always start to notice how crooked my nose is naturally. Well, not naturally. It's unnaturally.
How is it to sleep after a fight? Because I know you got to be so banged up.
Oh, bro, I'll tell you what. We checked out the hotel. So we checked out the hotel like 8 that morning because I woke up right. I slept like baby because I went to bed at like 12:30. We woke up at like 8. We were gonna go eat breakfast and like chill till like 11 till we had to check out. And I just was like, bro, let's just go home. Let's just go to eat Waffle House. So we left the hotel. We went to Waffle House, and then I got home Saturday. I took a fat nap, bro. Just was emotional, cried by my fucking self, and then hopped on with Ola and Leroy that night. And then, bro, Saturday night, oh my god, bro, I didn't wake up till like 2 p.m. Sunday. Like, dude,
you just hibernate like a bear, bro.
Bro, you should have saw me on with their Ola with them. We were doing shots and we did something where we had to get up. Bro, I looked like I was 90 years old trying to get out the goddamn chair. This dog needs to know. I'm here, baby. I'm ready to go.
We out here, baby.
Fuck. I'm scared.
Shout out Cobra Kai, winning the Senkai Tekai.
There we go, baby. For the hood.
You got to get a chaser, Sterling.
I know.
And shout out Baja Blast, man. It's like the best reason to go to Taco Bell, and now they have it in cans sometimes, every now and then. It's the best. It's the best.
Crossover. I know you don't drink, but that was for you.
I appreciate it, brother.
I don't know if I'm doing 3. That hurt. But that was for you, brother. I can't believe. What have you boys? Were y'all logging off right here? Did I just join at the end? Like, I can't believe y'all are still live right now.
I mean, look. We were. I'm not gonna lie. We were gonna end about 15 minutes ago, maybe like 10 minutes ago. But I saw you say tag you in and send you the link, so I sent you the link, and I've been stalling for like the last 5-ish, 10-ish minutes just to get you here. But now that you're here, like I feel like it would just be like abrupt and just rude to be like, all right, now that he's here, fuck him, we out, guys. Have a good night, peace.
And I know y'all must be hungry and tired as fuck. I was like, damn. But
I haven't eaten dinner for sure. And I did a few shots without you, for sure. But you know what? Boy, so we're here, brother. And I mean, we'll be doing a few shots together in the South, baby. You heard me?
That hurt. Hey, but
yeah, we got to get you some chaser, man.
Also, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to be gangster right now and hold that in, but wow, that got me way worse than I thought that was gonna. But look,
it's okay. You're gonna be all right, kid.
No, I'm from the hood. I'm from the projects. I'm good. I got 7.2% Nigerian in me. I'm 6'3". But listen,
you shouldn't say those things right after one another. It makes it seem not appealing.
Listen.
The chat has no idea that this is an inside joke. The chat is like, what is he talking about? It's an inside joke, chat. It is an inside joke.
It is an inside joke. Thank goodness.
The Nigerian part is not the 6'3" part. That's real. But listen, I'm 2%, not 7. I also said in that message, send nudes or send link. So don't fucking. Let's not count.
You did.
But
look,
not to throw it off there.
It was still early enough to send the link, and it's not late enough to send nudes. So you caught me between a rock and a hard place, Sterling.
OnlyFans link. You gotta look that up on S-Dogs MMA Talk, folks. We got a Patreon.
Onlyfans.com/MMA anomaly.
How tall are you, Crossover?
6'18".
6'3", 6'4".
Damn, we're the same height. I didn't know that, bro.
Barnett is a big Waffle House fan. Okay, can we talk about this real quick? Okay, because Waffle House has been mentioned now twice. Crossover, are you dying right now? Crossover agreed to be on until way later.
Look, Crossover.
I'm good.
Crossover eats 30 minutes.
I can be on. I can be on about another 15 minutes.
Let's go.
I'm just looking out for
Go ahead, Sterling.
No, go ahead. I'm just talking shit, honestly. Them 2 shots got me way more than they should have. I'm going for 3.
I'm team Waffle House. Like, I'm a big
Waffle House fan.
Love
Waffle House.
Absolutely love Waffle House.
Waffle House locked in, baby.
Bro, love
Waffle House locked in.
Love Waffle House.
Bro.
Hey, Cross got the Gambit colored shades on. Fun fact, literally this morning at like 8 a.m., I ordered a ugly Christmas sweater that has Gambit's face on it. That says, "Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself out here." Yeah. Big Gambit guy. Having grown up in Louisiana, he's like the only comic book representation we have. And I mean,
makes sense.
I'm a nerd. All of my tattoos are literally comic book related. I have Who Watches the Watchmen in Latin going across my back, so I'm that nerd. And also, guys, don't think I'm a fake fan of the Cobra Kai. We out here got the Mr. Miyagi signed fucking Karate Kid 1 placard in the back. Shout out to my boy Jalen for getting me that for Christmas like years ago. And now going back to Waffle House. Do we have any Tekken fans in the show or in the chat? I was going to say Crossover. Tekken. I feel like you fuck with Tekken, bro. I had a feeling, bro.
Absolutely.
Okay, so have you heard? And Lazy Bed, yeah, the Thomas Peterson Superman flame tattoo. I got that when I was 17 years old. I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was, but it was a very long time ago. Probably longer ago than since you started watching UFC. I would be willing to bet. Now, the reason I bring up Tekken after hearing about Waffle House, does anybody know about this in the show? No? Crossover? Okay, beautiful. So, the creator of Tekken, who is still working on Tekken, has been asked numerous times to add Waffle House as a playable stage. And they keep getting like they keep getting these fans saying, tagging them on Twitter, tagging them on Instagram, add Waffle House as a playable stage. And so the creator is so confused at this point that they have posted tweets like, I don't understand why they want me to add Waffle House. Is this where the great warriors of America go to challenge one another?
Hey.
It's because there's so many fucking random ass fights at Waffle House.
Facts, bro. Facts. I've seen a few fights in Waffle House.
I've seen double-digit levels of fights at Waffle House. Bro, Sterling, I know you're not from Louisiana, dog.
I've only seen one fight. Damn, what time do y'all be going?
Bro, when I worked bridge construction in Sterlington, Louisiana, sorry to cut you off, Crossover. When I worked bridge construction in Sterlington, Louisiana, I kid you not, we'd go to this Waffle House. You poured up another one? What was it, a halfer? I'll pour up a halfer.
I'm done.
I'll pour up a halfer. I can't. It's like a rule. I can't let someone do one alone. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
And whoever's saying stop cussing, I'll never stop cussing, motherfucker. But
motherfucker,
I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here, motherfucker. But
let's go, Chum.
But I want to hear y'all keep talking. I'm really just here for the vibes. I know y'all are probably about to get off, but this is gonna suck. Let's go.
Let's go. I love the sound effects that he adds. I love the sound effects that he adds.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, I love this. Making the walk. I love that you said it like this because this brings me on to my next part of the story.
Damn.
So making the walk said I've literally never been to a Waffle House without seeing or participating in an altercation.
Makes sense.
So look. Oh, let's go, Lazy Bed. Lazy Bed said, I'm hitting the bong every time y'all do a shot. Let's ride. I'll be doing that right after. I'll be doing that right the fuck after.
That's the last bong rip, bud. That's it.
If I didn't have a smoke detector right fucking there, let's fucking go, Lazy Bed. He says it's your last rip. Yeah. I just don't know that it's true because Sterling seems like a real son of a bitch.
Bro, Lazy Bed probably is going through 2 bowls already.
It ain't water. I'll tell you that. It's the bib tucker, and it's tucking the bib tonight, boys. Now, look, folks, and shout out to the coworker for sending me that the other day. Really appreciate it. I'm not going to say what day it was, but I digress. Waffle House. It is where all great warriors go. All right, Crossover.
It's the gladiator zone.
So I worked bridge construction in Sterlington, right outside of West Monroe, Louisiana. Shout out to the boys, the girls, all the people that were there. There was literally one dude. His name was Jason, and he would work the Waffle House from like probably 6 to 9 a.m. by himself. It was actually like 5 to 9 a.m. by himself. But he was, and you're going to love this, he was the cook. He did everything. He was the cook. He took our order, like literally everything, cashier. But he was training to be a pastor, which is great, right? Like he's trained to work at a church. You love to see it.
What about JC?
And I saw this dude get into 2 fights in the year I worked bridge construction at a Waffle House. People would start talking shit. And like, what's funny is like, he wouldn't start the fight and he wouldn't even be in the fight. Both fights I saw Jason get into, the fucking cook, chef, cashier over at Waffle House, this guy would wait till people get into a fight. And he'd walk up and be like, all right, you guys go ahead and cut it out now. We're done here. And they'd be like, just still fucking throwing. And then Jason would be like, just fucking like knock both guys clean. And then when they wake up, he'd be like, you go ahead and pay your tab and you get out of here. You don't do that shit again. You understand me? Like, he was nasty with it. It's like God gave him knockout power, right? And that's why he was going to the church to just knock people's sins out.
I'll be really.
But I'll joke.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Waffle House, brother. We're talking about Waffle House.
I thought you were talking about a pastor fighting. I was like, what just happened?
He is a pastor now. He is a pastor now.
I was in and out that story 3 different times, and then I was like, what did we? And then
Sterling's having flashbacks to his Muay Thai fight right now. He was in and out that sucker 3 times.
The shots have kicked in, dog. The shots have kicked in already.
I'm pretty sure that was a 5-minute story. I was sitting here zoned in, and then I was like, what are we talking
Crossover's over here drinking the Lord's liquor. Water.
I'm Bobby Boucher, baby.
Hey, my mama said.
Yeah, it's your boy, Bobby Boucher.
You already know. You know what I hate most about the Water Boy? And this is this. I've said this about like our guy, not our guy. It's no one's guy. It's no one's guy. It's no one's guy at all. Talking about Donald Trump's favorite fighter, Colby Covington. Back when he was actually really good, I used to say the worst thing about him is how good he is, right? Now I say that about Jake Paul. Like, the worst thing about Jake Paul is how good he's gotten. When people ask me, like, hey, how do you feel about the water boy? Because you're from Louisiana. I'm like, well, the worst thing about it is how accurate it is.
Yes, bro. Farmer friend, that's real deal. There are people in Louisiana that sound like that. No cap.
I didn't need subtitles for that guy. I knew what he was saying.
Facts.
Let me tell you, every single scene, Sean's dad from Boy Meets World was actually speaking French Cajun. I only know that because when my mom would beat my ass, that's how she sounds. Ooh, Sean, let me tell you, let me whoop that ass right now. Like, she'd beat the fuck out of me speaking that fucking mixed English French Cajun bullshit, bro.
That's a cool way to get your ass whooped, though. My mom.
It's really not, Sterling. It's really not.
Bro, that's way better than.
I'm like, maybe I don't actually like Gambit that much.
Bro.
No, real talk though. Like, that's watching The Water. I can watch The Water Boy without any subtitles, and I can also watch the show Swamp People without any subtitles.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can understand those people pretty well.
I was gonna say, I feel like Crossover, like, you got a slight accent. You've done good to do it away for the show. I can feel it. But I feel like if I get you drunk, it'll come out thick.
Crossover, are you from Louisiana?
But I drink water.
He's from Texas. Texas got an accent too, bro.
Alabama.
Oh no, that's
Alabama,
right.
Alabama.
This whole time,
Alabama.
motherfucker. I knew it wasn't Texas. He's back out. Fuck this guy.
Tide.
Fucking Roll Tide.
Hey, by the way, he doesn't live in Texas either.
Wait, what?
He doesn't live in Texas.
He doesn't even live in Texas? He's just using Texas as a scapegoat?
He lives in Alaska.
What the fuck?
It is in Alaska. Damn, Crossover dipped. He was like, all right.
I mean,
Yes,
he used it as a straight excuse, dude.
Sorry to crash the show like that, folks. Just had to hop in and say what's up with the boys, man. I saw Crossover had different shades on. I figured he'd give me his old ones. So just shoot my shot. Shoot my shot.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of here, boys.
Bro, we appreciate you. We're gonna keep Sterling. We're gonna pick his brain a little bit about this 309 card before we call it quits. But Crossover, before you leave, we appreciate the fuck out of you. And we hope you have a great rest of the night. Please, if you're not already subscribed to this young man, make sure you subscribe to @Crossover MMA on all platforms, folks. You already know what it is. All the air horns for this guy. Can you hit him with one more bicep flex? Not both.
No,
I don't want to hurt these folks.
No,
hit him with one more.
It.
Hit him with one more, Crossover.
I got you.
Oh my God. When Crossover flexes, it got me looking for my confidence like, my gosh, and I'm so sorry. I'll never have biceps like that tonight.
I'll just say this before you go. I'm not talking Nick Diaz, but all these motherfuckers are on steroids. So I'll holler at you, Crossover. You're the fucking man, but all these motherfuckers are on steroids. We're piss tested weekly, baby.
We're piss tested
weekly. Good night, boys. Thanks for having me on. Chat. Appreciate it. Next time.
And please make sure you subscribe to @MMA Anomaly and @SDogs MMA Talk. Folks, we are going to chat a little bit. Me and SDogs MMA. Let me switch up the little bottom backdrop there. Ayo! There he is. My guy. SDogs. I know you joined a little bit late, and I appreciate you joining either way. Now is the time for you to tell me, what was the most exciting fight for UFC 309 for you?
The most exciting fight for UFC 309. Nothing on the main card. No, I was gonna say Oliveira and Chandler, man, but up until that 5th round, it really wasn't nothing too crazy. But it wasn't a bad fight. I would say probably Jim Miller. No, you know what? Oben Elliott versus God damn it. Who did Oben fight? You're muted, brother.
Oh, Bon Elliott was in there against the motherfucking man, the myth, the legend.
I'm blanking out on him.
I'll tell you.
Fuck. Why can't
Basil
I remember?
Hafez. He's the guy that tested on short notice
Yes.
to fight JDM.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's
Basil.
That was probably the.
Every time I hear or see his name, can I just tell you that I think of Austin Powers? Basil. Basil.
Yeah, it took me a second. I was like,
I think his name is. I think you say his name Basil, but I always want to say Basil. Basil Hafez. Basil. Come on, Basil.
He's fucking huge, man. Those dudes are huge for 170, bro. Those dudes are fucking monsters. Both those dudes are units, and that was a great fight. Ow.
Austin Powers with Beyonce? Yeah, man. Gold member.
Yes.
Matua.
That's the best one, son.
I'm so used to saying Matua, I'm gonna have to like get used to saying Matua.
Smoking a pancake?
And S-Dogs, it's Matua. Okay?
Oh, it's Matua? Matua.
Yeah,
I've been butchering that for a couple lives. My bad, bro.
For a great number of lives, I've been fucking that one up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like I'm very, very bad with messing up names myself. And also like I get my name messed up very, very often. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to make sure that I am actually saying Matua's name right. And they let me know that it is Matua. And I actually just pinned that comment so that way people can see it. And I also threw it up on the screen there. I asked for the hyphonics of it. It is Matua, folks. Much like my name is Olin, not Owen. And Sterling's name is Sterling, not Serling. Right?
Real quick though, my laptop just popped up. I got 5% battery, so I might be back real fast.
Brother, you need to get that charger like it's nobody.
I was about to say I don't know if you're ending or not, but if not, I can be right back real fast. Y'all been on for 2.5 hours. That's insane. Shout out everybody in the chat too.
Get it. Go get that charger, brother. We out here.
Back.
We out here. Folks, obviously I was not planning on this. I was not planning on this guy disappearing and needing a second. If I was, I would have this guy set up for him that says response loading. But I don't. So I'm going to have to set that up when he's going through his next little breakdown here. Now, we don't officially have Sterling planted for next show, but we very well might have him on. And if we do, I'm super excited about it because this guy is really, really fun for these breakdown shows. And, man, either way.
Fatality.
On the shots, am I right? So, let's see here. Sterling Sharp. Tom wins. He hasn't played all his tools. If Tom wins with something we haven't seen before. I agree. I definitely agree. If Tom wins against Jen Jens, he definitely wins with something we haven't seen before. Sterling. If Tom does win, I'm assuming you think he gets it done by something we haven't seen before as well. Against Jen Jens.
I just don't see it being a finish, bro. I was trying to think of like any other way. I don't see him finishing John Jones. If he did, it'd be by submission. Oh, you see,
exactly. I see him rear naked choking him.
Yeah. I don't see a TKO or a knockout. I see like a rear naked choke or like a catch them something like a submission on the ground or during the clinch. But I'd say who needs to stop deep throwing fucking Tom is it Michael fucking Bisping. I unfollowed that dude on everything. Yeah, brother. Michael Bisping deep throats Tom Aspinall more than anybody I've ever seen deep throat. This dude shoves Tom Aspinall's cock down his British throat every morning while he eats his crumpets and tea. So that's just my thoughts. I'm sorry to get a little crazy there on that part of it, but that's my thoughts on that. Sorry.
Sheesh. That's tough. That is tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's a good response. Oh, that's tough.
That's tough. I'm gonna have to clip GC Connor Burks saying that on the Helwani show, because I've said that's tough or it's tough for years, and this guy has like made it his line to where Helwani has a clip of it that he plays on his little like Jazzadavicious fucking style fucking voice clipboard here, right? He's like, it's tough. So I'm gonna clip a different version of that. But here's the thing. I think Tom wins. Matua said, if Tom wins by something we haven't seen before. And then Matua says, with Gordon Ryan as a training partner for John Jones, does that nullify Tom's jiu-jitsu arsenal? Nah. Because the difference between Gordon Ryan and Tom is Gordon Ryan isn't contractually allowed to punch John Jones in the face when they're training jiu-jitsu. It's kind of like Ronda Rousey's old partners. They're not allowed to do the old
Brutality
when it comes to sparring. So they got to hold back a little bit. And I think that's where Tom comes in. Look, shout out to Crossover MMA. I know he's a big John Jones fan. But give me Tom in this one. And it sounds like my hoodied friend here is in the same boat.
I just can't believe you've done this stream now for over 2.5 hours. You are an absolute psychopath, but I fucking love it. I love it. The fact that you can, thank you. The fact that you can talk MMA this long and continue to go with this enthusiasm, brother, I don't think people understand how hard that is. But if you love what you do, never work a day in your life. But
let's
also,
fucking go.
But also, to what you were saying though about that, I 100% agree with you, bro. Now the fight's probably not gonna happen though until around this time next year, I think. So we got a long time to really just talk about how it goes. Unless you think it happens earlier, I think this fight's gonna happen 6-8 months, maybe longer down the road. Probably a year from now, we get the fight.
I agree. I mean, John Jones, like one of my most watched videos on my entire YouTube channel is shout out John Jones pulling out against Stipe Miocic the original time. We were supposed to be there, folks, for International Fight Week. Not this year, last year. So
Pick.
It's been a journey to get John Jones back to the cage, and as Joe Rogan would say,
I understand.
But I mean, at the same time, like you're already a heavyweight, so make it happen, kid. I think he's truly waiting to get more tape on Tom Aspinall. But with that being said, folks, I think Tom Aspinall beats him, and I don't want to keep stalling. I don't want to keep dragging you folks along. There's 40 of you right now. 34 of you are watching on Twitter. All 34 of you, at least half, please do us a favor. Go to youtube.com. Look up at MMA Anomaly. Hit the subscribe, like, comment, smash that bell for notifications. And then right after that, do the fucking same for S-Dogs MMA Talk, right, folks? At MMA Anomaly, at S-Dogs MMA Talk. Make sure you like, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. And whether you're new here, you're old here, or somewhere in between, we appreciate each and every one of you for joining tonight and spending this Wednesday night with us. You can spend your Wednesday night anywhere in the world, and you chose to spend it right here with us. So, folks, for the MMA Anomaly Show, one thing I say above all else, the only thing I make sure I say every single show is this. If you can do me one favor, keep on going and keep on growing, folks. We'll see you tomorrow night for our breakdown of UFC Macau. Fuck, we might even have S-Dogs MMA. I'm going to talk to him right now. Make sure you subscribe so you see us.
You've been listening to the MMA Anomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMA Anomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.